Hello everyone, my name is Abhishek De. Today I am going to start the second lesson of the Python and the MySQL database connectivity. In our last tutorial, already I have briefly discussed the basic connectivity of the Python and MySQL. So the thing is that I'll suggest you that before watch out this particular tutorial, you need to just go and you need to just check it out the previous tutorial. And in the description, I'll share the link also. Now the thing is that in this particular tutorial, I am going to discuss briefly about the database connectivity and the Python, how the things are working. We all know it very well that Python is a programming language. Database is basically based on the RDBMS concept. And in the case of RDBMS concept, what we can understand? We can understand that our database can store the data, and we are using the different kind of like query like insert, update, delete, like select, all the SQL query type things, SQL command, all are used to get the data, update the data, insert the data, or remove the data in the backend. But all are about basically the backend SQL query. Now the thing is that we just what we want actually here, we just want that backend query is only used by the particular person who are working on the analytics portion, or who are actually working as a database DBA, database admin. They are actually checking out this particularly backend portion, right? But if I want to go for the like front end part, in the front end part, what will be happened actually, the data will be fetched, and we want to just get the data in a reported format in the front end. So how to do all those things? So in order to check out this particular thing, we are actually using the Python programming language. And by using the Python programming language, what is getting happened, we are fetching out the data from the backend, and we are displaying the data. That data is getting appeared in the front end. Hope you can understand our agenda of today. So just do one thing, let us move on to our Python window and let us have a look how the particularly Python programming language, specifically the TKInter toolkit interface of the Python programming language, is used to actually fetch the data from the backend and show the data in a proper reported format, or we are able to do some backend manipulation through the Python programming language with the backend SQL. Okay, so now let us flip to our like Python window and let us check out the things practically. Now guys, here we have started the basic things. So this kind of code already we know, because already in our last tutorial we have already discussed this particular thing briefly. So I'll suggest you to check out the previous tutorial if you don't understand all the modules, all the packages of the Python, because this particular thing already I have discussed. So now let us move on to the next area. And here I am not going to discuss the front end part, because front end part is already discussed in our previous tutorial in the Python GUI. So in our like series of tutorials, if you just go to the 11 number tutorial, you are able to get like how to make 11 or 12 number tutorial, you are able to get how the GUI can be like developed by using the Python, what is TKInter and all. Here I am not going to focus on this particular area. Here my focus area is only the database connectivity. Okay, so now let us proceed. So guys, here we are getting what we have a particular function called register. So register is used for what? Register is used to insert the data in the backend. So here actually we are using the roll number e1.get. This code already I have started discussing in our previous tutorial. So just what is e1, what is e2, e3 for all our control, text box control, I have discussed in the previous tutorial. Just have a look and check it out. Okay. So here e1.get, from the text box 1.get, we are taking the roll number. Now db roll number, here we are taking a variable which is containing the null value. Now in the select, we are actually keeping this SQL query. So select star from table name. See what happened actually. If I just do one thing, if I just execute the code, if I just execute the code, you will see this particular tool will come. This GUI is created, right? This GUI is already created. Now if I click on the show all, I can see all the informations are coming, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the values are there, right? So suppose I want to enter the data, suppose ID number 8 is already present here. So when the ID number 8 is already present, I want to re-enter the ID number 8. So let us see what would be happened. 8, so I am entering Amit Kumar, Suppose let us give the phone number, let us give the information, state, and also age. But if I click on the register tab, I can see record already exists. It is coming. So why it is coming? Because data is already present in the backend. The data is already present in the backend, right? So when the data is already present in the backend, my application will not allow the data entry operator to get enter the data in the backend. That is simple as possible. But how is that possible? It's not a magic. So definitely we are providing proper instruction, proper coding, and this coding is used to do the things. Okay. So let us flip to our window and let us check how the things are working. So here we are actually using select star from roll number from the student where roll number. So whatever the roll number we are entering, this particular roll number and the backend roll number should be matched. You can see my cursor dot execute select. What is cursor? I have discussed in our previous tutorial also. Now what is happened actually, cursor object is used for what? Cursor object is used to execute the SQL query. The main utility of the cursor object is what? It is used to actually execute the particularly any kind of SQL query, select, insert, update, delete, any kind of SQL query. So here I am taking the my cursor dot execute, we are passing the select, then result my cursor dot fetch all. Fetch all means it is fetching all the data. See, I am entering 8, so 8 is the part of our data set, right? 8 is the part of our data set. Now what is getting happened when the 8 is the part of our data set? So what is getting happened here actually? So it is telling the data, it is actually comparing the data is present, so I am not allowing the same data repeatedly entered in the backend. Are you getting my point? Hopefully. So that is why I am entering here actually one kind of if, and if is comparing the data. So let us do, I am using the for loop. So for loop is used for what? For loop is actually fetching all the data from the data set. Now we are actually 8. So one, suppose 2 is present, 2 and 8 is not present, fine. 2 3 4 5 all the data is coming, but when the 8 is coming now, I am entering what? I am entering the 8 here. So what is the value of the roll number? 8. So this roll number value is 8 and DB roll number value is also right now 8, because already it is DB roll number is initialized by the 8 because loop is moving continuously. So when the things are actually matched, that time it is actually calling message box object, and it is calling a predefined method called ask or cancel. And here we are just defining information record already present, record already exists. So we are not able to enter the same data. But suppose I want to enter the 15, which is not present in the backend. So 15 equal to like, suppose 15 equal to number is not present. So if is already false, automatically this portion of the code will be executed. Now the thing is that here actually I am able to enter what? In this particular case, you can see I am entering all the information here. And after entering all the information, what we are actually doing, we are actually taking the value that is basically our tuple. We are taking the tuple here. We are taking what? We are taking the tuple, and also we are taking the insert variable. What is basically insert? In the beginning of the program, we have already seen the insert. Insert means what? We are entering the command insert into student. What is insert? How the insert can work? Just go to our previous tutorial, you can understand. By using the insert into table name, we are able to enter the data in the backend, right? So hopefully you can understand. So now the thing is that we are entering the information, wholehearted information we are entering, and after entering the data, just execute the code. Just you can understand. Suppose 1 minute, click on the show all. Let me check that information. So 215 is already there. Okay, fine. So I am entering 16 here. So 16, I'm entering suppose Rajat, suppose Sharma. I am taking suppose phone number, city, state, and age. I'm entering the data. Click on the register tab, register button, record inserted successfully. So you can see all the field is getting blanked right now. All the field is actually getting blanked and getting empty. And if you just click on the show all, you can see right now 16 Rajat is present, because here we are actually entering the data. So insert into table name, this command is actually executed and it is forming the tuple, and by using it we are able to get enter the data in the backend. After that, show record. Show record is used for what? Show record is used for the fetching the data. Suppose I want to fetch the information, so I am creating a function called show record. So show record is doing what? Show record is actually it can actually accept the two parameters here. Number one, we are actually using the select roll number from the student where roll number equal to this. It is calling the fetch all function to fetch all the data. Fine. And also we have another thing here. Actually here we are only fetching the roll number, but the thing is that one thing you need to understand. Suppose if I execute the code, you can understand right now. Suppose if I click on the show record here, suppose I am entering 15 here, click on the show record, I can have all the information, right? But if I want to show the 21 is not present here. If I click on the show record, it is showing the no record is present. See, 21 is not present. Click on the show all, 21 is present, no. So if the 21 is not present, I am not able to get only the record of the 21. So if I click on the show record, I will not get any data. But who is doing this validation? So in order to make this kind of validation, what I am doing here actually, I am actually again taking the select roll number from student where roll number equal to this. I am taking the data, and after that actually I am comparing the data again. Here I am creating the select all the data I am fetching, and after that here we are able to fetch up all the information. Delete means if I want to delete all the data, I just use the del command, delete from student where the roll number equal to this roll number. Here we are calling the commit. What is delete? In my previous tutorial I have discussed it already. Same happens here. If I want to update, I am calling the update function, and by using the update function we are able to update the value. Means suppose I want to update, suppose I am executing the code here. Suppose you just show all. So I have in the suppose a roll number 8 Rahul. I want to suppose now I want to update the city, like he is staying in the Bangalore, but I want to update the city like Mumbai. So what I am doing right now, initially I am just entering 8 show records. So here automatically I can see Rahul is coming in the picture. So do one thing, make here suppose Kolkata. Click on the update. Record updated successfully. Click on the show all. Now see Kolkata is coming. So why? Because here we are actually using what? Here we are actually using the update command. If you just go here, you can see we are using the update command. And by using the update command, we are able to update the data. Now what is show all? See, in the case of show all, what is getting happened actually in the show all, actually we are, if you just execute the code, you can understand better. If I click on the show all now, automatically you can see the new window is coming. This is not a new window. This control is called tree control, tree view control. And by using the tree view control, we are able to display the information, right? So do one thing. If you just go here, you can see I'm using particularly TV tree view control. In the tree view control, I'm configuring the control like roll number, first name, last name. So whatever the backend column name is present, the same name should be there. Means if I go to my backend now, if I check the first underscore name, last underscore name, roll number, this is the same thing. The same thing should come here actually. Roll number, first underscore name, last underscore name, like this. We are configuring the tree view control, and after that we are putting the information in the corresponding value, and after that we are able to get the data. In order to get the data, we are calling a particularly function called load table. Load table is a user defined function, and this function is actually loading the data from the data set to tree view control. So that is basically, guys, all about our tutorial of the, and last one is clear function. If I am calling e1.delete, e2.delete, the control will be clear. Means if I am entering here to click on the show records, you can see all the data is coming here, right? If I click on the clear now, automatically you can see all the things are getting cleared. So this portion is already cleared up. So guys, actually this code I'll share you guys in my blog. I'll write this particular code. In the description I'll give the particular link of the blog also. Just click on the link and you will get the entire code. So that is, guys, that is all about the today's tutorial. If you have any kind of question, please free to ask me in the comment box. I'll love to give your answer. Also you can check out my blog also. I'm writing the blog nowadays. So in the blog actually I have all the data, so you can already check out all the codes and data also. You will get it. Okay, anyway, so guys, that is all about the today's tutorial. If you enjoy the tutorial, if you understand, then please do a big like, subscribe my channel. In my next tutorial, I am going to start the artificial intelligence and data science, the machine learning. So this part is actually not like crucial for the machine learning part, but this part, if you know, in the time of machine learning model deployment, what is model deployment, I'll tell you. In the time of machine learning, we didn't start it. So in the time of machine learning, I'll discuss each and everything. So this part is important, it will be important for that time also. Okay, so have a look on it. From my next tutorial, the things will be going to be more crucial, guys, because from now I'm going to start the machine learning. Okay, so guys, actually please click on the like button, please subscribe my channel, guys. Only this particular thing, guys, I want actually, because the thing is that that is actually giving the entire motivation. So if you ask me any question, I love to give you the answer. So the thing is that only one motivation is that whatever the knowledge I am sharing, this knowledge is reaching to the maximum people that I want. Okay, so that's why actually, guys. And after that, guys, actually I'll do some like quiz, this kind of things. I'll ask you some question, I'll create some blog. From there, I'll ask you some question, technical question, definitely. So in order to do this particular thing, you have to follow me, and I want to check that my knowledge is actually sharing in a right path also. So please do like, share, and subscribe my channel. Okay, and here actually I am winding up my tutorial, and we'll meet on our next tutorial. Thank you, guys. Have a nice day.